Good day, YouTube. Today I want to talk about the Air Force portal, which if you are an Air Force member, this will apply to you. I don't know if other branches have something like this. I'm going to assume that they do. So this video will definitely apply only to Air Force, whether you're Guard, Reserve, or active duty, and in most cases also civilians, Air Force civilians. I'm on the portal right now, and I'm not going to show it to you for reasons that I just don't want to show it because, you know, we never know who's looking at these videos. But the information is great on the portal, and to ensure that only authorized people have access to the portal, here's the requirement. You have to have a CAC, and you have to have the certificates to enable and view this web page. Once you go to the portal, why is it important for you, for anybody who's watching this, as long as you're Air Force, to know about it? And that the reason I'm going to say is because it's about being prepared, and information, technology, it's all out there. Our records, our information is there. Do you know about that? Hopefully the answer is yes. When I retrained into personnel, I knew about programs like this on the web. So if you're not personnel, it's about you being prepared and taking full control of your career, whether it's Guard, Reserve, active duty, 4 years or 20 plus years. The information that you'll see on the portal, there's a lot of links. I'm going to actually look back and forth just so I can talk about what's on there. First one's acquisition. I'll be honest with you, I never go to acquisition. Then there's Air Force information. That link has several links to include dress and appearance, empowering Air Force by innovation, empowering airmen by innovation. Then there's the Department of Defense link that has several links as well. A lot of them are DOD. Then there's deployment and readiness. So let's talk about that. Let's say you're deploying. There's a lot of information on the web that you can access as needed. And you can look at your records or what's going to be required as far as some things. Deployment health assessment, that pertains to us. The next one, education, training, force development. This is something that I actually look at a lot. There's a lot of good information there, from Air Force diversity, e-learning, senior NCO academy, your career path. A lot of this applies to civilians as well. So there's a lot of good information. If you wanted to learn a language, there's information on there on how you can learn a language through a program or a website designed for service members. Mentoring, non-commissioned officer academy, that's the NCOA. Virtual military experience and education, the VMET. Have you ever heard of that? That has all of the training that you have as a service member. It's not a resume. It's designed to look at that information and maybe transfer that into a resume should you need to do that. There's finance and travel. That's a big one. MyPay. If you want to find out how much your next paycheck is going to be, it's going to be on there as well. PIPs, per diem rates, leave web. There is just a lot of information. Big one, thrift savings plan. Next one is fitness and health. So if you want to find out what your score has to be to score in an excellent, which is 90 or more, or 75, push-ups, sit-ups, circumference of your waist, it's all there. Information on the Air Force Marathon, which is once a year. Logistics, installation, and mission support, top links. I can tell you that I don't really go there. Next one after that is performance report for enlisted and officers. It has the forms. There is a new feedback process. That information is there as well. Next one is one that I look at a lot, personnel and career. Whatever you can think of, it's going to be on there. I'm looking at civilian employment information, CEI, civilian document download, arrows for reserve, arrows for guard, MyBiz for civilians, PRADA, personal records display application. Sometimes, if you have the time, go on there and see what's out there. Find out what your records look like. Are they complete? Are they incomplete? Publications and news, forms for the Air Force and the Department of Defense, safety, transformation, weather, and time. The time zone world clock is there. It's just a lot of information. If you look at the Air Force portal on top, news and announcements. There's always new information, sometimes changes. base organizational and functional area, applications, career and training, life and fitness, library and resource. When I was very young and wild, I still remembered that knowledge is power. That is something true. In Japanese, knowledge is chishiki. Knowledge is power. All of it is on the Air Force portal, waiting for us to take advantage of these programs, to be proactive with our career, whether we're active duty, guard, reserve, or civilian in the Air Force. For other branches, I'm going to assume, like I said earlier, that there are programs out here just like that. I hope you take the time to review it as an Air Force member, and you are in control of your career and the programs, and there are so many benefits and great things out there. One thing that I did forget to talk about is the benefits fact sheet. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm looking for that right now. Under finance, 2015 benefits fact sheet, now available, several pages. Do you know what benefits you are entitled to as a service member? I hope it helps. You take care. This is the visitor center. And this is what a cadet room looks like.